this video is on book blogging, making a book blog. So I believe every book or series of books, I have a series of books here, to be successful, you need some kind of home, a place somewhere where you can center all your marketing efforts. So people can come and look at your books, they can see them, they can buy them, they can hear about news about them, you can promote them. It's sort of like a wagon wheel kind of approach. You have some kind of a home somewhere. It could be a Facebook page, it could be somewhere else, but in this case, but I usually like having a website or a blog that you can use as your home. So what I'm going to do is take you through the process today of how to make a book blog. And just to kind of get out of the way, there are many different kinds of blogs and different ways of doing blogs. I'm going to be using Google's Blogger platform. I like it. You'll see why. We can make a blog very quickly. It's free. It's part of the Google system, so that when you publish here, you're in. You can tie in Google Plus, you can tie in YouTube, you can tie in all the Google properties, which really helps you get your stuff found. And it just works really well. And you don't need to know very much. You don't need a webmaster. You don't need anybody. You can do this yourself. So I kind of like it for this reason. It may not be where you ultimately or finally stay. And there are many other platforms. You'll hear very convincing arguments to use a WordPress blog or a Weebly or or just even a Facebook page. But I like this because it's easy and it's free and that's that. So nothing wrong with all the other platforms, whatever one you're used to, whichever way you want to go is fine, but some kind of presence is needed online. So what we're going to do is, let me just get my Google up here. Here we go. So I'm going to just take you through the process of building and putting all the parts into a blog, what you sort of need and what you want to do. So the parts that I think you need, and you can go way extensive with this and do a lot, but I think the parts that you initially need are, you need some kind of a place, a blogging page or a place that you can post articles about your books, parts from your book, pictures from your book, something, videos about your books, whatever it is you're doing. So that's number one. So blogging page. You need an about page of some kind. So something that talks about you, the author, some place where people can come and read about you and you can talk about what you do. You need, I have a number of books. There's 5 books in this series. So I need a page for each book. And that will have a book photograph. It'll have a book description, table of contents or the contents from the book, where you can get it, that kind of thing. A media page would be great. You're going to be out there trying to do things with media. So I'm going to show you how to make a cover photograph for your book, that kind of thing. And also you might want to have videos there that people can see, interview questions, contact information, a small description, a little bit bigger description, maybe even a bigger one. Where do we kind of pull those from? And then lastly, I think is a good thing, is a resource page. So I'm doing picture books and they're on elephants and horses and cats and dogs. Why not have some resources about elephants and horses and cats and dogs where people can find it? One, it helps build your site out a little bit more, gives you some broader topics to talk about, and maybe you can tie it together, and it just helps build the community. So, okay, so let's get started. And so I am going to just start at Google. That's the easiest place. The Blogger platform is a free blogging platform hosted by Google. And all you need to do, you can go to Google search, just type in Blogger. There it is, it comes up. And it's right here. So Google Blogger, it just comes up in search, easiest way to get there. And I'm already signed into my Google account. So there we go. And this is my dashboard. This is the first page. So I have some other blogs in here already, but this is the dashboard where you start. And you can just, it looks like that. And what's nice about the Blogger platform, and I think in any blogging or website that you're going to do for your books, is you want to know some information ultimately about how your website is doing, who's coming, where they're going. And Blogger has a nice, simple little stats package. So it makes it very easy to sort of tie things together and learn about what's going on. And we'll show you that as I kind of go along. So this is where I start. It's just me, my Bruce Jones's blogs, and I'm going to start a new blog. So right up here near the top, these are just some other, here's another book site that I did. In fact, let's go take a look at that. This is Cats and Kittens. This is some of my coloring books. And you'll notice that I just put together, this is inside, and I'll just go to the blog. And it's just a very simple blog that had pictures from the book. Let's come back up here. It had links on the sides that you can click on and go right to Amazon. That's super cool. You want to give people a way to buy your book. So make sure whatever you're going to do in terms of a web presence and a home for your book, you have some way to get people there. So that's there. It has some pages that you can go in and look a little bit deeper into that book. So that's kind of what we're going to be doing. We're going to put a little more text in here. This is another picture book, so we'll bring that up. So let's go back to my blogs, and we're going to do a new blog, and we're going to call this the series. My book series for my blogs is Animals Love to Play, so we're going to call it that. We're going to try to keep the branding all together. Animals Love to Play. And I have that here on the front of my books, Animals Love to Play. And I also did that in Amazon, where I tied together the series of books under one series name. So let's see if that works. Animals Love to Play. It is available. That's great. So when you use Blogger or the free version of WordPress, your web address will always have the word Blogger in it or WordPress in it. If you're going to spend more money and get a URL, you can have it come directly to the site without that. But part of the free, having a free blog, is that you do have to have their name in there. I don't think it really matters. The web works fine. Everybody can find your thing, find your site, do whatever they want. But it just you do have that in there. So if you don't want to have that in there, you go and spend a little money and get a URL and go a little deeper. But for the moment, we're just going to do it this way. And Blogger gives you, just like in WordPress, there's a variety of templates. So we can always change these later, but it just gives you a set of different templates that you can get. And so I'm just going to pick for the moment here. You can just see there's some in here. And I have used this one, and we can change the picture on it later, but it will probably work just fine for the moment. And we're going to create the blog. So just check my name, Animals Love to Play, Animals Love to Play. We're going to do create blog. It's now doing its little creating. It was created successfully. Here's the blog right here. So on my dashboard, it's now the top blog that's on here. It's been created. That's how fast Blogger is. So what was that? A minute that we took to do that? We're going to just make a sample post. So this is my blog. I'm going to do start posting. And we'll just do a sample quick post. So this page that you're looking at right now, this is the posting page. So when you set up a blog, every post that you do on the blog is actually a web page, and Google indexes that page. So you can add text, you can add pictures, you can add video, you can do a variety of things. You can format the text, you can make it into bullets, you can make numbered lists, you can do all kinds of different things. You can put links on it. So think of it as just it's a little page that you're adding some kind of content, whether it's pictures, text, video, or whatever you're putting in there. So up at the top here, we have the title of the post. We have some other buttons. You'll notice we have a publish button. We have a save button. We have a preview button. It's kind of nice sometimes. We can view the blog once it's up. Below that we have, so here's where the title goes. So we're just going to type a title in here. And we're going to say announcing Animals Love to Play book series now shipping. Just something kind of simple, just to get the thing started. And they're all my books are now shipping. They're on Amazon, and you can buy them. So go there and get them. They're in Kindle and they're in paperback. So a little shameless plug there. And below this, we have a series of formatting options that we can do to the words that we're going to put into this section of the blog. So really what you're going to do is you're going to type some text into here, and you're going to format it, add some pictures, that kind of thing. And we can do that in in compose mode. So let's just add some text in here. So announcing the release of my new books. New book series. Animals love to play. And period. Available on Amazon.com. So very, very simple, just a simple post. And so everything's there. So now what I can do is I can format this text. And if you notice up at the top here, I can change the font, and there's a limited number of fonts. I can change the size of the text. I can make it bold, italic, or underline it. I can change the color of the text. I can link things to it. I can add a picture, insert image, add a video. I can change its flush left, flush right, center, numbered lists, and some other things. So if I select some copy, like let's say I selected Animals Love to Play, I could make that bold, and it's now bold. So very simple to do. You know, as much or little as you want. On the right-hand side, you'll notice we have some labels. We can schedule when the post comes out. So you could do a whole bunch of posts and have them release over a period of days. You can put some links in here, location things, and some other options. So when you're posting, generally the way that you sort of look at posts is you want to sort of categorize things. So you can sort of label. So I might have a category for each of the different books. I may do a post that's on the elephant book, a post that's on the horse book, a post on the cat book. So I may set up a series of labels for each of those books, so I can kind of organize them. If somebody wanted to find just the elephant books, they could just go and do that. So let's take some I'll do that. So we have labels, and I'm going to just type in elephant here. You can also think of these as sort of keywords. So there's elephant. So now we know that's going to be the actually, let's call it the whole title. Love their families. Okay, we hit that done. So now this post has been labeled. I'll show you where that shows up. So let's just take a look at it. Let's just go preview and see how this looks on the blog. We've put in some type. And here we go. Here is our preview of our new blog. How fast is this? I mean, I'm describing it, but it's really, really fast. So you'll notice, and we can reformat this and change the background picture that you see here. All of this is editable. But you'll notice, here's the name of the blog, Animals Love to Play. You'll notice today's date. You'll see the title that we did. So announcing Animals Love to Play book series now shipping. And here's this simple little post that we did. Announcing release. Right below it, you'll see these buttons right here. These are for social media, so you can post, and we'll take you through those steps. And here's the labels I talked about. Elephants love their families. So as you slowly build posts, you'll build labels so that you can organize things. On the side over here is a basic bio that was already in there. We can take that out when we get a moment. We can hit publish, and away it'll go. The great thing about blog posts, blogging, is you can come back and edit. So you can publish and edit, and then publish and edit, and publish and edit. So you can come back at any time that you want and sort of change something on the post. So let's just add, what I like to do is add a photograph. So let me go back. So let's go back to, just going to go back inside. There we go. So I just went back to the tabs up here. Just watch your tabs up here. So what I'm going to do now is add a picture. And we'll put that in, then I'll show you how I make those pictures. Let's just add a picture. I'm just going to click in the front of this picture. I'm going to move it down a couple lines. So I have an insertion point right here. I took my cursor, inserted it, and I'm going to go into my picture, insert image. And I know on my computer that I have a folder that has some images in it. So I'm going to go and choose some files. You notice we can bring them in from lots of places. We can upload them from this blog, from Picasso Web Albums, from your phone, from your webcam, from another URL. So you can pull pictures and graphics from a lot of places. We're just going to upload a picture, choose a file, let the machine catch up. You generally want to be JPEGs or GIFs, And I know that I have in Dropbox. And let's just go here. And I have some pictures in different sizes. So I'm just going to bring in this picture right here. I'm going to open it. So I already set this up. Notice it's loading now. And up comes the picture. And there's the picture. It's a book cover for this book right here. Add selected. And there you go. So I can control where I want this picture. So here it is on the blog. So let's preview that. Take a look at it. It's right here. You notice it's centered with a post with all the description underneath it. So what I'd like to do is maybe I can move it around a little bit. You notice if I click on it, you'll see you have some things you can do to it. You can make it smaller. You can make it medium. If you have enough material in there, large, extra large, and original size. That's a little bit big, so let's go back to medium. I can put it on the left, and the text will wrap around. I can center it. I can put it on the right. The text will wrap around. Notice how it wrapped over. The text wrapped on the side when I put it on the right. When I put it on the left, the text wrapped to the other side. I can add a caption, properties, edit a link, or I can remove it. So you can add a link to this picture. So if it's like a book cover and you're selling that book on Amazon, wouldn't it be great if somebody clicked on that cover and it took you right to Amazon? So, so let's add a caption first. So right there is a caption. So I just clicked on the caption button. And I'm going to say, cats love to play. Children's picture book. Think of the captions as something to help you with Google search. So Google works through words. So the more words you have, and the more descriptive words you have, the better that Google can use your captions and your text to help people find your site. That's the goal. You want people to come here so they can see your books or see your products and learn about what your stuff and maybe buy something. But the way you do that is by putting very good descriptive content on your website. Make it relevant, make it fit, and make it good and descriptive. You don't have to sort of load things up with lots of keywords and go crazy. Just make it work nicely. But one of the ways you do that is you label your photographs. The other thing I can do is you'll notice when we did this, clicked on the cover, you'll notice I could put a link in here, and this will let you take this cover if somebody clicked on it and send it someplace. So it says, what URL should this link go? So if I'm going to close this for a second, and I'm going to open up a new page. This is where the magic of the web works and interconnecting everything. I'm going to go to Amazon, and I'm going to do cats. This is Love to Play by Bruce Jones. I'm going to search on the book. Here's my book. I'm going to go to the paperback version. I'm selling a Kindle version and the paperback version. So let's go to the paperback. And up here at the top, you'll notice this is the URL for this particular book right here. So if you want somebody to get to this book, you need to give them this URL, but you don't need to give them the entire thing. So we can cut it right about here. This code number right here, 150671110X, is actually the ISBN for this book. It's the number for this book. So you can just take a little bit shorter. You can just sort of click and drag across this. And I'm going to just do copy. And then I'm going to go back to my book, back to here, back to edit. And right in this slot, I'm going to paste that address. See, that whole address is in there. From the HTTP, you need the whole thing, all the way through to the ISBN number. Hit OK. Also, I can say open in a new window, so that's kind of cool. I hit OK. And we're going to publish this so I can show you what this really means. And we can add more text in here later. I'm just trying to get a post up. So if I hit publish, and right away what Google wants you to do, because this is a Google property, it wants you to post this onto Google+. So when you have a Google account, you automatically have you have your Gmail account, which is how most people have a Google account. You have a Blogger account. You have a Google Plus account. You have a YouTube account, and your access to all the parts of Google. So this is going to automatically post itself onto Google Plus. So I'm just going to type in here, cats love to play, new book from Bruce Jones, and I'm going to say new children's read along picture book, Bruce Jones design. So now what has happened, I'm going to hit a little share button. So I can put in, if you have Google Plus, you sort of build your fans. It's kind of like Facebook, where you build fans and you sort of build your world and stuff, and you can link to people. And so I'm just going to add in my circles. It brings over the picture automatically. It brings the text from the post, and I'm going to hit the share button. And that is now on Google Plus. So in one action, I made a post, and I've now linked it out into another form of social media. Let's go take a look at this this blog. So let's go view the blog. Go look at the blog post. And here is the blog. This is live. So in a very short amount of time, we started a blog basically by just making a name, saying yes. We've done a post. We've added a picture. We have it now posted on Google Plus, so we have some social media juice going, and there we go. Now this isn't always how it's going to look. We can update it, we can change it, we can make it a lot better, but it gets the process started. So you'll notice right now, here's the book, here's the post right here, here's the cover. Remember we put that live link for Amazon? If I click on this cover, so I'm going to take my pointer, click on the cover, and look what happens. It takes me right to Amazon so somebody could buy my book. So I might make a reference in my text to buy the book on Amazon. So give people a call to action. Let's go back here. Whoops. Here we go. So there you have it. So that's the essentials of setting up your blog. Now let's add some pieces to it to sort of flesh it out a little bit more.